Epic Mickey was a lot of things. It was cool, it was ambitious, it was nostalgic, but it certainly wasn't perfect. The game had some pretty obvious flaws, and everyone knew it. But there was also something everyone liked about Epic Mickey. See, it had these 2D levels that were classic Mickey Mouse cartoons turned into side-scrolling platforming stages. So you got to play through Steamboat Willie and Mickey and the Beanstalk and Lonesome Ghosts. For a lot of people, those levels were the highlights of Epic Mickey, and the game did them incredibly well. But 16 years earlier, this game did them first. Mickey Mania was released in 1994 to both the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and as Mickey games go, it's actually a pretty interesting one. Disney was planning all kinds of stuff to commemorate Mickey's 65th anniversary, and Mickey Mania was originally part of that. As the game's nostalgic premise illustrates, the mouse goes all Mickey McFly on us, traveling back in time to some of the greatest moments of his first 65 years. If you've played Epic Mickey, this might look pretty familiar. In fact, of the 6 cartoons Mickey Mania pays tribute to, 4 of them are in Epic Mickey. So again, if you liked that game's 2D levels, you're gonna love Mickey Mania. And the cool thing for Disney fans is that it goes seriously old school and seriously classic. There's just one cartoon here released after 1950, and that's 1990's The Prince and the Pauper. But otherwise, it's Mickey and the Beanstalk, Lonesome Ghosts, Moose Hunters, The Mad Doctor, and the one and only Steamboat Willie. So your objective in each level is to rescue yourself. Doc Brown would have a fit. Nonetheless, you make your way through gorgeous 16-bit renditions of the cartoons, running through familiar places, jumping on familiar faces. And that's the thing, the presentation is just meticulous. Each level recreates moments and music from its cartoon, and they even take on the same style. So the Steamboat Willie level totally has that early Disney look, that macaroni style of 20s and 30s animation. And the sprites haven't aged a day, they still look amazing. So obviously it's a beautiful game, it's a nostalgic game, but is it a good game? Well, for the most part, yeah. Mickey Mania is a very straightforward 2D platformer, but it's also surprisingly tyrannically difficult. See, Mickey's kind of big. He takes up a lot of space on the screen. So when, say, a skeleton breaks and the bones fly everywhere, sometimes it's really hard to dodge them. I mean, it's not that it's cheap, it's kind of a challenge, which is interesting given how simple the gameplay actually is. So, for the most part, it's platforming as usual. Some very basic puzzles here and there, like filling up the Mad Doctor's beaker or watering a plant on the Beanstalk. But again, it's mostly running and jumping. You can also collect marbles and throw them at your enemies. So actually, it's kind of a predictable game in terms of its design. Mickey Mania isn't really about dazzling you with crazy original platformer design. It's more about the character and the presentation. I mean, what you're getting here is a simple platformer that, if you're an animation fan, happens to be the coolest nostalgia trip ever. Unfortunately, the ink does run a bit with Mickey Mania, specifically in terms of this Super Nintendo version. It's missing an entire level from the Genesis game, which is a big drawback. It's also missing a lot of animations and dialogue. It actually looks better on the Genesis too. And for some reason, it has these obnoxious loading screens, and it's like after every section of every level. So I mean, this is definitely the lesser version. But even so, a lesser version of Mickey Mania, still pretty awesome. When people think of the great Mickey Mouse games, they always go to Castle of Illusion, or The Magical Quest, or even Epic Mickey. This one totally belongs on the list. A solid platformer with top-notch presentation and a stunning attention to detail, Mickey Mania is an animation fan's dream, and it has a genuine Disney magic that few games can match, even on the Super Nintendo. It's Mickey Mania, the timeless adventures of Mickey Mouse.